Back to Serrano, working behind the cage to Gongas. Haven't heard much from Gongas in the early going. Been very quiet his first 17 minutes and change. Marksberry kicks it behind the net, gets away from McCall. More pressure. They work it back up top. Pokovich with 2 goals. Over to Gross. Gross tries stepping in, nothing there. Field meets him, taking him off of the path. And Gross will reset.
You know, patience on offense. That's what Coach Mitchell wants his offense to do. Be patient, take the good shots. You know, just the other day they tried to do this as well. They played very patiently, and they still scored 11 goals. So you don't have to be running gun to score in double digits.
And sometimes, Harry, you just kind of put the other team to sleep by just working it around, and eventually somebody's going to find a cut, find a seam, get to the cage.
Especially against the zone, you really have to show more patience.
Marksberry, the shot, it goes in! Gross took the shot, the save was made by Vetter, but it trickles over the goal line and a goal, and it's now 3-1.
Well, Matt Gross just kept that ball down low. That ball never came up on Ethan Vetter, and it really hit off his stick, and just as you said, Hal is just going to roll in. And that'll give a 2-goal lead to the Warriors. Watch it again. Here's the ball, comes up top. Now, Gross has a lot of room, takes that shot, and you see how the ball stays down low, and hits off the stick of Vetter and rolls over the line. Watch it again, another opportunity. And I also might think from that look, you also saw one of the Comsewogue players get in the way of Vetter, may have just distracted him enough that he lost his focus on the ball.
Got a piece of it, but it trickles in. Marksberry with the assist. Officials make the call. Chuck Peach, our referee. Ray Buckley, the umpire. John Steeso, the field judge. Harry McVeigh, our CBO. 2-goal lead now for Comsewogue. 4:42 to go. First half.
And possession. Every possession is just so important to these two teams.
Behind the net. Serrano to Marksberry. Marksberry tries getting past McCall. McCall, big kid, 6'6", 170 pounds. Tall, lanky. Been actually keeping a good eye on Gongas when he's been out there, kind of matching up to him. But now 44, Stinton Brino is matched up against Gongas right there, but Gongas gives it up back to Marksberry, who sends it back behind the cage. This is Serrano. Serrano, shifty in front, feet, stop there, beautiful stop by the goaltender Vetter as he robbed Gongas.
Gongas had a great look at the cage, came in hard with his left hand. That's a strong hand too. He likes to shoot that with the left.
Goalie out of the cage. Pokovich trying to get a shot off. Goaltender Vetter able to get back into the net. Immediately, Pokovich knew that the goalkeeper was out when he picked up the ball at midfield, but he just couldn't get free to even try to take a shot. And a good play by the defense as one of the defenders stepped into the cage.
Well, they did a good job getting back on defense. One of the things you always try and tell your defense, make sure you always have somebody back in the hole in case you make the turnover on the clear. Pokovich did the good thing. He did the very good thing. He pulled the ball out. He didn't have that fast break. It wasn't on. He had the self-discipline to be able to pull it out.
Pokovich, sweet move, but shoots it right into the stick of the goalkeeper, Vetter. Boy, what a great move by Pokovich, but Vetter just stood his ground. Nowhere for Pokovich to shoot, and the shot went right into the webbing of the stick. At a timeout now taken by Yorktown with 3:04 to go here in the first half. And it was Comsewogue who's really picked it up in the last couple of minutes. They lead by the score of 3-1.
Well, again, here's Pokovich behind the cage. He's got the short stick again. He turns the short stick around. He goes up. And perhaps, Vetter did a great job holding the pipe. Got his stick up. Perhaps Pokovich could have given a little stick fake high, gone down low on Vetter. But again, Pokovich did a great job. He turned around the defenseman and had his road to the cage wide open. Vetter was equal to the match and the challenge.
Well, Comsewogue does not like to lose. Only 3 losses this season. 13-7 to Northport, lost to Smithtown by a goal at 10-9. And then in the small school Suffolk County Championships, were defeated 14-4. The Warriors won their only Long Island championship, and they defeated Garden City 11-6. And now they captured their second Long Island championship this year with a win over Lynbrook, and they have the one state championship defeating Canton. So 3:04 to go. O'Sullivan will start off with possession for Yorktown as he's spotted by Bartholomew. Bartholomew
what
with
a
the
check by
check.
Bartholomew. That's not the first time he's done that, too. Bartholomew is having a great game with the pole at the midfield.
Pete Mitchell says, you know, he's kind of an unsung hero. What happens a lot of times as a long pole, you're not going to put a big numbers. You're not going to be recognized and as a long pole. And he's one of those guys who day in, day out does plays just like we just saw. Gets the job done, doesn't get the recognition. It always seems that the guys who put the ball in the cage and the guy that stops the ball in the cage, such as Spinella, get most of the credit.
But he's recognized by the coaching staff from Comsewogue. They say he may be one of the best one-on-one defenders, and that's why they play him at the midfield on probably the best offensive midfielder.
Be interesting to see what happens next year when he's a senior, what colleges look to go after him. 6'1", 190. He's got good size, good speed.
Runs like a deer.
Where are you getting your notes from?
All together now.
Back right.
Adam Marksberry sends it to Serrano. Gongas looking up top. Pass is dropped by Palkovich. Able to regain. Now checked out of the stick neatly by Ryan O'Connor. Able to scoop it up. Stephen McElduff, the defenseman.
19, Stephen McElduff.
McElduff taking it strong with the big pole. McElduff, the bounce shot goes wide. Who's going to get there first?
McElduff goes coast to coast.
Diving, and the officials confer, and the dive gets the ball possession. Excellent play, Matthias McCall.
Wow, what great hustle by Matthias McCall to be able to keep possession of the ball for Yorktown. And you saw Stephen McElduff, the big defenseman, legged it all the way down, one end to the other, coast to coast, takes the shot. And now watch this hustle. There's the shot by McElduff. Now you might think at that point that it's going to be the Comsewogue ball, but look at the effort right there by Matthias McCall.
Mike Gatto kind of slowed down, had the stick up to let the officials know he was there, but just continuing to run. That type of hustle play. Ball on the turf.
Run is what wins you games. When you got to win them and have the possession, those are the little things that get you the ball.
O'Sullivan over to Lodwick. Now near side, Fisher. Go behind the cage. Down to a minute 25. No hurry right here. O'Sullivan, far side. This is Fisher. Fisher with the spin move, shoots underhand. That goes wide, but they've got backer support and Doug Brown.
Brian Fisher takes that left-handed shot again, a little bit underhand, pulled it, and really not even a challenge to Spinella.
So O'Sullivan got a very hard shot. They'd like to get him open, and he's got the ball now. They go to McElduff. Back behind the cage.
1 minute, 1 minute
Back
remaining
near
in the
side,
first
Fisher.
half.
Fisher working on Talizo. Get it out top. McElduff shot that off the foot of Mike Gatto in defense, number 3. He'll shake that off. Boy, that hurts. You get hit with that ball. But lacrosse players are like hockey players. They're tough. You just get right back out there.
Especially when you're back on defense, you know you're going to take a shot sometime during the course of the game.
Coming up on 40 seconds to go, first half, 3-1, Comsewogue. Lodwick, over to Fisher. Brown set up behind the net. Fisher to Lodwick. Good defensive play right there by Comsewogue, cutting down the lanes. Lodwick has it checked away again. Bartholomew with the big pole. Ball into the offensive zone, scooped up by Marksberry with 13 seconds to go. And a timeout will be taken by Pete Mitchell.
Oh, good call by Coach Mitchell. 11 seconds to go. Big possession right now. They have the momentum coming down. Good check by Bartholomew. Now let's see what they can do in the last 11 to see if they can put something on the board.
Been very impressed by the defense of Comsewogue today. They've really done a nice job rotating. They're not letting the big shooters get the opportunities. Done a nice job on McElduff, even though he has the 1 goal for Yorktown. I think they've contained him very well.
Well, yeah, on the 6-on-6, remember that goal came off the face-off when he scored and came down off right off the very beginning. It was like in the first 13 seconds, I believe. So it really 6-on-6. The Comsewogue defense has really done an excellent job.
Well, you know, Comsewogue's played a very physical playoff run. They've been hitting people, but every once in a while, they're the person who gets hit. Watch Mark Handel take this crack right here. Bam! But he took the hit and allowed Marksberry to pick up possession. Pete Mitchell immediately called timeout. So we'll see what he diagrams with 11 seconds to go. Palkovich with a pair. Matt Gross, the other goal for Comsewogue. Andrew McElduff with the 1 goal, 14 seconds into the second quarter to tie it at 1. But it's been Comsewogue with 2 late goals. Down to the final 6 seconds, but the pass goes awry, and now it'll be pretty tough to go the length of the field, and we'll see what the Yorktown Huskers look to do. Vetta with a long toss downfield. That will go wide, and the clock will show 0-0-0 as time expires in the first half. Pete Mitchell has to be happy for Comsewogue with the lead. And Yorktown, they look pretty good heading off. I think they feel pretty good, trailing by 2. But I think right now, Kerry, they know that they're in this game.
Absolutely. I think they'd like to have a little something more on the board. I think Coach Nickel would like to see his offense get some more quality shots.
Well, John Nickel is standing by with Keith Irizarry. We'll hear his thoughts. Keith?
Well, you can see the rain coming down here, Coach. Down 3-1. First off, does this affect your play, the rain? And secondly, are you happy with the way your team is playing?
I'm very happy with our emotional level. We just got to stick a few more shots and do something inside, maybe defend that invert a little better, and we'll be okay.
And the rain doesn't affect?
No, we're going to come out and play hard for 48 minutes, so let it pour. Let it snow. I don't care.
Coach, good luck in the second half. Coach Nickel down 3-1 right now. Let's go back up to Hal Sass.
Well, they were 5-5. All of a sudden, they ran off 10 straight. Here they are. They are just 24 minutes away from possibly advancing to a New York State Championship. They'll have to come back in the second half. We're back after this on Cablevision Sports.
Adelph, I never feel lost in the crowd.
We were losing by a goal with 19 seconds to go in the second overtime period and ended up scoring the tying goal with 13 seconds and the winning goal with 6 seconds to go. So we scored 2 goals in 19 seconds to win a game which everyone thought was over. We didn't give up. We kept playing hard and ended up winning the game.
Catch it on Cablevision local programming. TV that's close to home.
Back at Hofstra, there's your score in the New York State Boys Class B semifinal. Comsewogue out of Suffolk County's Long Island leading Yorktown out of Westchester County 3-1. Close, low-scoring game here as we are halfway home. Jimmy Cavallo and Carrie Gluck. And Carrie Gluck, really the theme in this low-scoring first half has got to be the defense on both sides of the ball, and Comsewogue just outstanding. They are playing good lacrosse in front of their keeper, Spinella.
They absolutely are. Their defense has been outstanding. They have not given away a shot in tight. All the shots that have come from the midfield for Yorktown have been from outside, and they are not getting anything inside on Spinella. The only goal comes from McElduff.
Yeah, when you talk about these close, low-scoring games, of course, the numbers, the intangibles play such an important role. Let's go inside the stats. After 24 minutes here in the boys Class B, you see the score 3-1, face-offs, very close shots. Yorktown with the advantage, but Comsewogue with the better chances.
Well, their chances are better because their shots are coming in tight on better. And we'll also take a look at the fact that you've seen the shots taken as possession early, though. I think it's all in the first quarter. Yorktown had the ball in the first 5.5 minutes. They took about 5, 6, 7 shots, walked away with nothing on the board, Jimmy, and that was important. I think that Comsewogue was really able to set the stage at that particular point. From that point on, Comsewogue has been changing their defense. They've been going man, they've been going zone, they've changed their zone a little bit, and that, I think, has really been upsetting the Yorktown offense.
Elimination games mean it's time for the seniors to step up. These seniors do not want to play their last game right here at Hofstra. One of the seniors, Johnny Polkovitz, for Comsewogue, really stepped up in the first half. 2 goals for John. Here's the first.
Well, we're watching. There's Matt Gross. He's working behind the cage. He draws a double, gets to pass over to Polkovitz. Polkovitz on the weak side had a lot of opportunity, a lot of space. And here you'll see on the second goal. Again, it's going to be Comsewogue attacking the cage, the short stick behind the cage. Polkovitz knew he had the short stick. He turns his defender around and goes right to the cage, and he puts it in the hole.
Yeah, Yorktown, though, they got a prime timer, and Andrew McElduff, 48 goals coming in. He's going to rip number 49 here to tie things at 1.
Well, he comes up with the ground ball off the face-off, and that was really what has been success today, has been on the face-off. And he scoops it up and goes right to the hoop.
So there we are, 3-1 here, and, you know, Phil Spinella has been called upon a couple times. Not great opportunities, but when they need them, Spinella's there.
Well, he's been there, All-County Empire State goalie. You know he's going to be here for the big game, Jim.
All Long Island goalie Phil Spinella. Outstanding first half. He's got to love the way his boys are playing in front of him. 24 minutes to go. Two teams looking for an opportunity to play for a state final. Only one will move on. Carrie Gluck back up to the booth. 24 minutes of lacrosse yet to go. We'll come back. The second half is straight ahead. This is Cablevision Sports.
Hello, I am the SLA 3000. I function as CEO of Compudom. Back in the year 2001, Compudom installed LightPath's voice, data, and internet services, enabling me to evolve. Today, with the help of LightPath's fiber optic communications network, Compudom is able to dominate the market. Ha ha. Thanks, LightPath.
Two heroes.
I always get a happy, tingly feeling when I see those guys.
One heroic night.
It's a way to meet girls.
Yeah, whatever.
Brand new season of Farscape and Stargate SG-1. Sci-Fi Friday, beginning June 7th, only on Sci-Fi Channel.
Don't miss a brand new season of Farscape and Stargate SG-1, beginning June 7th. Sci-Fi Friday. Watch it on Cablevision.
Well, the rain has picked up here at Hofstra Stadium as we get ready to start the third quarter of action. New York State High School Downstate Championship. High school lacrosse. 3-1, Comsewogue in front. We head into the final 24 minutes. Cardassi on the draw. And it's McElduff coming up with it. Sending it back to the keeper. Ethan Vetter had a pretty solid first half. Now the turf gets a little bit wet. Marksbury just went down for Comsewogue. And along the pole right here, Bartholomew with another solid check. That's 3 checks at least that he has thrown tonight that, using that stick, have caused turnovers for Yorktown. Comes over to the sideline. Coaching staff pleased. Gets a little adjustment on the helmet as you look at John Nickel. In his 15th year with the program, was the assistant coach for 10 seasons. Now in his 5th year as the big guy at the helm for the Huskers of Yorktown. Winners of 10 straight. Winning that 10th game wasn't so easy. Playing Queensbury, the final score was 10-1. Don't be taken by that score. It was a 3-1 game at the half. As pressure is being put on the ride. Machonis being forced, able to dump it ahead. And the ball finally into the offensive zone, and Marksbury able to scoop it up for Comsewogue. He looks to run. Marksbury with a feed to Gongas. Gongas gets hit there by McElduff. Pass goes wide, it'll go out of bounds. Getting back to Yorktown on that 10-1 victory over Queensbury. 3-1 at the half, so they were playing tight, and on top of that, they started the third quarter 2 men down. And of course, that great penalty killing, they killed off all 4 man-down situations in that game against Queensbury, able to starve off the man-down advantage. They ended up winning that game 10-1. Man-down has been definitely one of their things that have been a strength on the defense as we go downstairs on the field to Keith Irizarry.
Peter Mitchell talked to him at half, wants to keep up the intensity, and with the rain, he said he needs to make sure that his teammates, his players rather, have their feet underneath them, and on the passes, they must make short, smart passes. Otherwise, the Warriors just need to fill up the cage. Back up to the booth.
Well, that's so true in a game like this. When it's wet, you have to make shorter passes, keep the ball in your possession, get the players a little closer together. Stick gets a little bit wet, maybe hold on to the stick a little bit differently. The infamous kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Let the game come to you. Well, Kerry, nice of you to come back up after running up from down on the field. How bad was the rain out there?
It's getting pretty heavy, and it's the wind is picking up, so it's making it very difficult to be able to, I'm sure, for the players to be able to follow what's going on with the ball with the wind and rain in their face.
Minute 45 into this third quarter. Comsewogue looks to set up the offense, leading 3-1. That's Serrano. Being checked from Settembrino. Now they get it over. Marksbury avoids the double. Takes it back behind the cage. He's met there by McCall. Marksbury still with possession. Pass deflected away. Comes across the midfield stripe. Raked forward by Yorktown. But it'll go over to Comsewogue. The official first said Yorktown. Looked over and said, my mistake. Ball to Comsewogue.